Yeah. What's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on this beautiful Money Making Friday here at the Pick Dawgz Morning Show. I know the drill, man. Live 365. Some days are easier than others, and today was one of those. Just here to let you guys know our thoughts, opinions, and how we see the day's action playing out. Got my man Jeremy Kahn with me today. What's happening, Jeremy? How you doing?
What's up, Jay? A busy week. Again, the introduction of college basketball makes everything so much more interesting. College basketball has not been kind to me this week. Not that it's been ugly or anything, but felt like I was in some good spots. It just fell short. And one of my favorite teams goes tonight that I love to attack in the right spot. So the Ivy League, love the Ivy League. How much of a degenerate do you have to be to love Ivy League basketball? Because that's where I'm at this point. But yeah, it was a nice night last night too. I mean, I hit the Thursday night football game and college football. I went 0-2 last night, but I feel really good about all three games tonight.
Yes, sir. I got in and out yesterday. I had one play. I had the under in the NFL game.
That's what I had.
That shit was a layup.
It was so bad.
They so ass. The Broncos, oh my God, they the fakest 7-2 team I'd ever seen in my life.
You know what's funny is, so when I was doing a bunch of different gambling stuff, radio wise, I was on a national show and filling in. And I remember talking about Bo Nix, and I said I wasn't a fan of his. This is my biggest gripe in doing sports talk or talking about this on a daily basis is whoever gets right, whoever's winning first, that's the end of it. Because if things turn, for example, I had people destroying me over my Bo Nix takes. And where are they all at now when I can finally say something? They're all gone. And you got to give it time to see which quarterbacks are going to be good. I mean, you could look at Sam Darnold, Daniel Jones, and some of these other guys. People were telling me Tua stunk his first year in the league, and not that he's great, but he was better than people thought. So yeah, you got to give him time, but I'm not a fan of Bo Nix. I mean, that team just looks terrible.
Man. So yeah, that's what that was last night. I should have put the Suns in. I had the Suns on the jam session. I wimped out, didn't put it as a premium. They did beat up on them though. So
I had the under.
Yeah,
I hit that.
So just a little light night for me, man.
How's NBA been treating you?
This week's been going really well. The first couple weeks was rough, but this week I've been dominating really. So just trying to keep it rolling. Solid card tonight.
It's a lot, man. Like this whole weekend, I was telling you, I'm getting all my premium plays up like days before I hit Saturday, just in case the college basketball slate is screaming at me like, hey, here's 6 games that you like. And it's like, all right, let's figure this out because it is overload right now.
It is. I still haven't had a college play. I should have had one yesterday. It was Iowa State. I love them.
Yeah, I was off the beaten path. I think I had North Dakota, who fell behind early, battled all the way back and lost. And then I had the over in what was it? That's an old sheet. See, look at all this work I put in. All these damn sheets. My wife's going to kill me. I got these damn papers lying all over my house looking for all my plays. Yeah, I had the Northern Iowa over, and yeah, we didn't get there.
Sorry, I got a million things going. That's why I was late today.
Yeah, man. Well, look, you got a lot on your slate too. Like you figure it out when you're working every day, and I know we both do that. But you also are doing all these other shows and putting up stuff and creating images. It's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, man. So people aren't privy to it. It's a lot of monotony, right? The same things over and over again, where it just like wears on you. And when things aren't going right, it can be troublesome.
All right. Jam session is up. My top play of the day is up. One more thing. I got to send it to a couple clients right quick. Before they get mad, they're going to be like, why you?
I started looking at this college football slate, Jay, and I thought I think the college football slate looks more difficult to me than the NFL. In the NFL, I think there are like 3 games that have huge shootout potential, and I love all 3 overs in those. But with college, there was one play that was just glaring and jumped off. As soon as you look at the page, you're like, oh, yeah, that line stinks. And they're telling you everything you need to know about it. And I kind of feel that way with tonight's games, too, in college football. I mean, that Central Florida matchup against Houston, it's a 1.5-point spread. You got Tulane and Memphis, a 3.5-point spread. And those should be fun games. The USC game should be ugly, but we'll see.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Let's do it, Jeremy. We got some ground to cover, man. Let's start our day in the National Hockey League Association.
I'm gonna be quick with you. I don't have anything for the NHL tonight. I looked at all 4 games, and with what I liked in basketball, there wasn't anything in the NHL that jumped on me to say that I was going to put it on my card. I didn't even write down any notes on it because I didn't love it. So let me see where I was at here in my notes with some of the other stuff. But, as far as tonight's games, there's smaller spreads. Like I kind of like the Rangers, but I'm not going to fade Detroit at home. The small number is what gets me because I think the Rangers are winning that game, but I didn't bet it. If you forced me to bet a game, I think I'd take the Rangers tonight. And it's funny. I think I've hit my last 3 or 4 NHL games too. So trust me, I wanted one tonight. I want to keep this streak rolling, but just nothing that jumped out. I, again, would take the Rangers if you forced me, but I'm not playing it.
Only thing I really like is San Jose against the Jets. We just saw the Jets lose on the road to the Kings. I think that's a decent little plus money spot here for San Jose. I kind of lean towards Calgary too. We saw Calgary get a solid win yesterday. That line was funky. Told you what you needed to know yesterday. And I think I know they're on a back end of a back-to-back, but I kind of think they stack another one. Kind of like Romanelli was saying, this team is better than what their record says. And I think we're getting a little value. So one favorite, one dog for me today in National Hockey League Association. We got NCAA men. Let's see. UTSA is playing SIUE.
I think we have some big games. Well, there's some big games this weekend, but there's also some big college football games midweek next week. But usually Friday night was always Ivy League night. Now other schools started adding to it. So like Maryland, Georgetown's kind of interesting because we don't know what Maryland's going to be yet here with all the changes and Buzz Williams coming in. But there's only one game I like in college hoops tonight, and it's my favorite Ivy League team.
If there was anything I would bet in college hoops tonight, I would take North Carolina over Kansas.
You like the spot, or is it more about the team?
Spot. Lower ranked team favored. Yeah. It's stupid early for me. That's what I'm saying. I had 0 college basketball plays for like the first 2-3 weeks, but I don't want to just come out here and just tell y'all nothing. So I'm kind of telling you how my brain works. I've actually would have been like 4-0 on premiums had I been betting college hoops. That's what's the annoying part.
Yeah, the thing that's annoying me is the totals because I know you said you're not a big total player. Obviously, I am. I mean, if anybody's seen my baseball picks, it's like 80% totals. I like doing it in football as well, but basketball, I look for these pace-up spots and who's going to push the tempo, which team's going to force you to play their style, and those are the games that I like to look for. And, my overs have just hit a couple of them, but so far it's been losing in college basketball. As I said, nothing great, or nothing awful, but I'm going to turn that around.
Oh, my God, some spots today. I might got to jump in. I'm not. I'm a chill, and I got to stay disciplined. But let me tell you what I would do. I would fade DePaul, laying 24.5. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what y'all say. Come on, Stonehill. Let's come out here and hoop. Stonehill put up 100 points on somebody the other day. Some no-name. I think they can come here and score some points on DePaul, keep this within 24.5. Yeah, no, I'll be fading the hell out of DePaul. I would lay the 40 points with Murray State on Mississippi Valley. they get no credit from me for beating Mississippi Valley State for women. That's their only win. I think Murray takes them on the shed. I know we love fading the Deltas. And then give me Texas Tech. They go stupid, dummy, crazy at home, at the crib. My two favorite home teams to back are Texas Tech and Iowa State. I would be 2-0 with both of them already, but I'm chicken. So
scared money don't make money, man.
Scared money don't make money. But give me Texas Tech.
The one game I like tonight, and I'm not telling people because I actually had to say this earlier today. Don't get it twisted. This isn't bet them blindly every over because that would just be silly. But I love Cornell basketball. Cornell, what do I love about them? They push the basketball. They shoot well. What happens with long shots? They turn into fast breaks for the other team when you're missing them. And the key is here that they don't play defense. They don't get back in transition. So check out their games. Like today, this is a freemium for me, 165.5, 166. You're seeing it out there. There's a reason why it's that high. I wouldn't be surprised if Kent State and Cornell both score into the 80s tonight. And plenty of games that Cornell plays in, either the other team or them is scoring 100 points. So it happens quite a bit. But that would be the one play for me this evening. I looked at some other stuff. I think Georgetown's interesting. But again, I didn't pull the trigger on anything because there was a bunch I liked in the NBA.
Is Doug Gottlieb still the coach of Green Bay?
I don't think he got fired. I think he's still there.
Yeah, fading his ass. Give me Buffalo.
Yeah, not stealing credit cards like he did at Notre Dame. Or was that Oak State? Which one did he steal? Either way, it doesn't matter. Doug Gottlieb kind of turned into that, what is it? And this happens with a lot of guys in my industry. It's just they turn into hot take artists. So let me just say something ridiculous so people talk about it. And if I'm wrong, we don't go back to it. If I'm right, I thump my chest.
All right, that's college hoops for the night. Let's talk some college football. We got what? 3 games over there tonight. We got UCF Houston, USC Northwestern, and Tulane at Memphis. I do got the graphics for them. Let me grab them. What's your thoughts, Jim? You got any thoughts on these 3 tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to give you everything without giving everything away, but you'll probably figure some things out when I start talking about it. But I do like USC. It's my least favorite of the 3, but I do like all 3, and I put all 3 of these games on the premium side. I think if you're betting the total, you're hoping that Northwestern is either just trash tonight if you're betting the under, or that they come out and play well and score some points on a USC defense, because I think Lemon goes off, the wide receiver for USC, and I love their running back, King. King's been, he's been popping out 100-yard games. If you're living in a state where you can bet college props, I like King's over rushing yards today. And then on the flip side, looking at the other games, I do think the dogs are interesting. So if you start out and you look at where the money's been going and how these lines have moved, I think Tulane's a live dog. Well, here, I'm talking all over the place. Let's start with Tulane. Yeah, because there were some 4.5s out there. I saw it go to 3.5 later on in the week as you saw some of the line movement. And it's interesting to me because, all the money's coming in on Memphis, a home team on a Friday night that's ranked, that looks better than their opponent in a small spread. I think Tulane comes out and plays well. Either way, I think this is a field goal game. And lastly, one of my favorite plays tonight, this Houston Central Florida game. I like Connor Wegman's under passing yards. I think this is going to be a snore fest tonight. But give me UCF. That line's been moving. You've even seen some even money -1s going the other way. If you're betting with a local, you're going to get your pick -1, if you know what I'm talking about. But UCF, I think, is in a good spot to pull off. Some people may call it an upset. I don't think it's an upset.
I'm going to take Memphis.
Damn you, Jay.
I know. I'm going to take Memphis. I don't love the hook on that 3. I wish it was a flat 3. But because I do think they're the better football team. I did not like what I saw from Tulane whatsoever last week, getting ran off the field by UTSA. UTSA is a tough place to play. You know, it's not a fun trip down there to San Antonio in that dome.
Felt like a look ahead.
It did. But Memphis has too much on the line here. Like, it's too much on the line here, bro, from Memphis. This is a team, they tried to pay to get into the Big 12. Big 12 told their ass, hell no. So now they're the group of 5 team. They win this game, they're likely going to be the group of 5 representative. Like, that's what they're playing for. So I think they win the game. I don't have it as a premium. I probably would go wimpish and go money line. Or maybe I don't never advise this to buy it down. That's why I said, like, it's not a premium style bet for me, but I think Memphis wins tonight. That hook on that 3 makes me nervous.
Just had a big debate over team cash out or team not, because I never cash out unless I just feel something's going on, and I can't remember the time where I say, yeah, I just need to have this win. I know some people like that, but if you're mapping out 10-team parlays waiting to cash out, you're doing it wrong. I mean, the math is telling you you're doing it wrong for your buyouts, but it's hard. It's hard. Like, I was going to ask you as soon as you said that, are you the type that would buy that half a point and feel a little bit more comfortable with 3? Because I don't either.
No. I never buy points. I might go money line. I'll do money line. Just need a team to win. But buying points is one of the dumbest things you could ever do in life. Like, if you're not confident in it at the line, then you don't got no reason to bet it. That's my thought process on it. Like, if I wouldn't go put 1,000 on it, then,
like, I'll give you an example. So this week I had Kent State plus 2.5. I think winning the whole game, right? And then there's a touchdown score with 1.5 to go to take the lead. If I'm looking at that game, I'm like, yeah, I'd feel more comfortable at 3. If I had bought that half a point, they score that touchdown, I still lose by 4. Now I overpaid for the price and lost the game, even though I feel like I handicapped the game, right? Like, it literally came down to the last drive. And when you're catching points, I feel like I'm on the right side there, but obviously the game didn't work out. But it's one of those things where if you're buying points and you're not winning those games, that stuff adds up. Like, people that bet teasers with the double juice and all that stuff, it adds up quick.
Yes, it does. I don't really got any huge thoughts on these other 2. Let's talk some NBA. Let's go to the National Basketball Association. 11 games over there tonight. Cup night. Magic 3.5-point home favorites over the Celtics. Total 225. Cavs 13.5-point road favorites over the Wizards. Toronto 2.5-point road dogs in Atlanta. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
I mean, I can start off if you want, because I only have one here. I'm not on the other 2 games. I'm on this one. I like the Hawks at home. Feel like, I don't know how much you've been watching. I'm sure you've been watching a ton, but it seems like Dyson Daniels getting a little bit more comfortable, even with Trae Young being gone. Jalen Johnson has kind of taken over, and I feel like the guys are playing a little bit better together, learning how to play with Porzingis, Onyeka Okongwu. I feel like they have the right pieces. So I like them at home here in this spot, minus the 2.5. I totally understand if somebody likes the Raptors, but I prefer playing the Raptors at home.
Word for word, bar for bar, not much to add. The only thing I would add is it's the revenge angle for Atlanta here. They lost their first game of the season to the Raptors. Raptors took them boys on the shed, 138-118, 20-point blowout. So I think a lot of people might be looking at the Hawks like, oh, they already lost to the Raptors and no Trae Young tonight. Hell no. I'm kind of looking at it like they're favored in this game. Revenge angle, cup night. I give teams a couple of extra points on cup night at home. Let's get it done, Hawks. Let's get it done. So I'm with Jeremy on that one. The first 2, it's Cleveland. Cleveland. This is where I just can't bet the Wizards in this spot. Am I rushing to lay 15 points on the road with Cleveland? No. Can we very likely get backdoor covered in this? Yes. But in that same breath, they can blow these boys out by 30, like easily. So I bet bad teams occasionally. I have to have good reason to bet them, though. And there's no good reason for me today to bet Washington. So lean towards Cleveland. And I love the Magic tonight. I love them. But I will not bet them because they're the number one team on my do not bet list. So, Jeremy, I have a do not bet list. It's a fluid list. It's something, because I do the jam session every day, we cover so many games. There's just there had to be something to keep us off of teams. The Magic are a team that have been one of my favorite money-making teams over the past couple seasons. But the way they started off this season, I had to put them on the list or we were going to throw a ton of money down the drain with Orlando. So with that being said, although I love them tonight, the list exists for a reason. It's a protection measure.
Now, do teams get taken off the list after a while or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's a fluid list. Teams come on and off the list regularly. But they have to give me good reason to do so. I said the other night, this is a good spot for the Magic to show me something. What happened? I got obliterated. So, you know, they're coming back home here. They've been on the road for a while. Boston's been at home for a while. I do think the Magic are the better team on paper, X's and O's. They're at home where we becoming known to love them. They've covered in over 60% of their games last 3 seasons combined. Like, we love the Magic at home. But until they give me reason to, even though I really want to bet them tonight, I can't. Not until they wake back up and show me that they're going to be the Magic I know and love them to be.
I get it.
So, no Celtics. It would be Magic, but I can't bet it. So, there you go.
Rules.
Yeah. DNB saves us a lot of money, man. It saves you. Next slot, man. We got the Pistons and the Nets, trash ass Nets, 10.5 point home dogs. They're 30 of 30 in my pound rankings. The Wizards are 29. Mavs 27. Pelicans 26. Trash ass. Spurs 3.5 point home dogs. Rockets rolling in. I think this is probably the best game of the day. Hornets Heat land 4.5. I'll go. I want LaMelo. LaMelo, I need you. LaMelo in. I'm on the Hornets money line. LaMelo out. I'm cool. I leave the game alone. I keep telling you, I'm expecting the Hornets to take that next step this season. If I got to be the leader of the Hornets fan club, this is the bad team I'm attaching my wagon to.
The Hornets got some exciting whites, man. They got in the draft and said, give us Kneppel. And, God, now I just blanked on the big man's name. Is it Kalkbrenner?
Yeah.
Is that who's there? Yeah. I mean, they've been playing their asses off. And when LaMelo's been out, they've been given a larger role. And I feel like they've succeeded, man. They look good.
Bam Adebayo for Miami tonight. It just kind of feels like a sleepy spot for Miami. How many times have we talked about sleepy spots for Miami in Miami? So yep. I lean towards the Hornets in this one. I want LaMelo to play. We'll see what happens. I've been known as a Spurs hater this season. Everybody says, Jay, you're a hater. Jay, you be hating on the Spurs. Jay, you be hating on the Spurs. Jay. I don't be hating on them, bro. I don't, fam. I just thought they were overrated and overvalued. There's a difference. Tonight, I actually really like them. Actually really like the Spurs tonight. If I was the lines maker in this game, my line is Houston -2. With Houston playing as well as they're playing, what are they on a 5-game win streak? And with San Antonio coming off of back-to-back losses, I think that creates a little value. You give me the Spurs here at home over a bucket in my back pocket. Sign me up. I think this game comes right down to the wire. Spurs fans going to show up in droves for their Spurs tonight, playing meaningful basketball, and it's the cup game. So playing the Rockets as good as they are, in-state rivalry. This is just one of those. And I think it comes right down to the wire. I think San Antonio has a legitimate chance to win this game outright. No bad words to say about the Rockets. I just don't trust the Rockets nearly as much on the road as I do at home. They're a good team. They're balling. But the other thing is, I could make the argument the Spurs are the best team the Rockets have played thus far. The Rockets have benefited by an extremely light schedule. Brooklyn, Toronto, Boston, Dallas, Memphis. The best team of that bunch is Toronto, and they may be at best a 6 seed in the East this year. Memphis may not make the playoffs. Dallas damn sure ain't making the playoffs. Brooklyn is the worst team in the NBA. Who knows what Boston is right now currently? So it's like the Rockets just haven't played a high level of competition. Spurs kind of battle tested. I think this is a good spot for them. We'll see what happens. Lean towards San Antonio and lay it with Detroit. This is a crazy number to lay. 10.5 on the road with the Pistons. OMG. But this team's taking that next step, and the Nets are that bad. They're the worst team in the league, and they missing the only player on their team that can really put the ball in the basket, Cam Thomas. Fuck no. I'm not taking the Nets. Laying 10 on the road with the young up-and-coming Pistons is crazy, but I think it's justified.
I think Duran goes off tonight. They don't have an answer in the middle there. They don't have any, it's just, I think it's going to be a big-time game for him. And Cade Cunningham's taking that next step, man. I don't know how much people have watched him this year. He's doing it all. Looks great. I don't have a play on that game. Did you have anything else on that game? You just like the Pistons?
Yeah, just Pistons.
Because I've been looking at a lot of Pistons overs. They play faster. I just couldn't get there with this one, so I don't have a play. Everything exactly that you said for the Rockets and Spurs, including when you talked about betting the Rockets at home instead of on the road. I just co-sign on it. I like the Spurs tonight. I think it's a good spot for them at home. And do you know who the fastest team in the NBA is? Who plays with the fastest pace? It's the Miami Heat. For whatever reason, how that happened, I have no idea. I think this is a Norman Powell game if I've ever seen one. I would agree with you. I like the points here for the Hornets. And I think Kel'el Ware, too, is another guy you can take a look at tonight where he's going to slide in and play more minutes. Once Bam went down against – was that the Nuggets he went down against? Ware came in – well, Ware was already playing, but he picks up more minutes and he just played well. I think this looks like a shootout. There's 2 games tonight that look really good as far as pace goes, and that's why you're seeing a 241.5, but I would look at the over.
I kind of really like that, too, the more you start talking. I like this over a lot. No defense whatsoever.
And no Bam. I mean, that just makes it even worse, man.
Man, it's finna finish 188 to 179. Like,
yeah, it's going to be a very popular daily fantasy game if you're playing on DK or FanDuel.
They both finna put up 200. They gonna try to hit it they damn self, man. We'll see. I kind of like that over. I just hate the way totals make me watch the game in the NBA. So I done trained my brain to almost not even look at them anymore, and I need to stop.
It's my favorite, man. It's what I like to do because I feel like even when you don't know teams, you can find an edge in looking at the pace they play at, including like offensive rebounds and turnovers. Those are extra possessions, right? Like you're getting more opportunities to score. So. Teams that put up a ton of shots, but I've been burned this year so far in the NBA a couple times with great pace, but can't put the ball in the hole. Because when I go back and look at it, I'm like, how the hell did that game go under? And then you look, oh, they shot 22% from 3. That's how it went under.
Yeah. We got the Bulls, York, Chicago. Bulls out on the road facing Milwaukee. Milwaukee laying 4.5. We got the Grizzlies laying 4.5 on Dallas. And we got Minnesota laying 11.5 on Utah. Any thoughts here?
Yeah, so I'll start with the one that's pictured there. Is I would take Minnesota today. The Jazz, look, there's some pieces there. I think they have some young players that are going to be good, but as a team and with no Walker Kessler, that middle is just going to be open. And you can I love Yusuf Nurkic, but stop. It's not. He was never really known for his defense. He hustles. There's so many opportunities, I think, to attack the basket in this game, and Minnesota does that as good or better than most teams in the league. So I would lean towards Minnesota. The other thing I'm going to point at, and the Bulls have been unkind to me with shot making ability or when teams are playing them because they're not good defensively. I expect this to have an amazing pace tonight. Giannis is not going to have any issue. He might be the highest scoring guy on tonight's slate, getting to the basket as long as there's no goofiness of load management or sitting here. I don't expect so with it being the NBA Cup. But I think the over looks good here. I think we see a very fast-paced game. And I don't know if anybody's been paying attention. I mean, Josh Giddey looks like the Temu version of Luka right now. Like he is just filling up the stat sheet across the board. So, yeah, he's kind of skyrocketed. If you're playing daily fantasy, you see his price tag, but he's been dropping 60 and 50 in fantasy points every single night.
The Giddler. I hate that for him there. And it's stuck too. Everybody calls that. Oh man, the Bulls been balling, man, but I'm fading their ass tonight. When I talk about Milwaukee, for me, the multi-million-dollar question it just is, do I trust Giannis in this game tonight? And the answer to that question tonight is yes. At home, at the crib. Giannis is one of those. He's actually, we have a lot of video, a lot of data, a lot of information saying he cares about the cup. Like, he cares. He wants the money. He wants his teammates to get the money. Like,
he just wants his brothers to get paid.
You feel me? And he be playing like it in these games. Like, he don't be playing. So I just think it's a good spot to face Chicago. We've only seen them on the road play one good team, and that was the Knicks, and they got blown out. They've been fortunate to play mediocre teams at home. They've been one of the teams that played the most home games thus far this season. So seeing them out on the road here at Milwaukee is multiple possession favorites in this game for good reason. I think this is a return back to reality style spot for the Bulls. They've played well. They're better. They're a good team, but they're also overrated and overvalued now because of how good they've played. And I just think they have no answer for Mr. Antetokounmpo tonight. A motivated Antetokounmpo at home. Cup game. Too much firepower for the Greek. Shit, don't nobody got enough firepower for the Greek. This is the NBA, bro. It's not the NFL. You can't
They're gonna keep throwing bodies at him, and it ain't gonna matter.
And like the NBA is one of them. Me and my grandpa was talking about this yesterday. I could go on a rant, but the NBA is always and forever will be a sport where I don't give a heck. I don't care how good your team is. I don't care how good your team is. The NBA has always been a sport where the team that has the best player usually is the right team that wins. You know. Now there are certain other situations where the best player just so happen to also have the best team. You feel me? And those are
a star-driven league, right?
Yes, those are rare situations, but man, it's a star-driven league. And
like, what would you say? Would you have to go back to the Pistons in the early 2000s that won without a superstar? Like it was just a bunch of guys that played well together. And maybe even at that time, you would have looked at Ben Wallace saying, hey, he's one of the better centers in the league, even though it was all defense and rebounding for the most part. But yeah, you got to have studs to win in this league. That's why it's important when you get draft picks to get lottery picks.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So when you start to look at the champions over the only one that maybe beats that narrative is Boston. But because I don't think Tatum was the best player in the league or Brown, but they had so much talent collectively that, you know, I would say Tatum and Brown, they're top 15-ish both. Mm-hmm. And they had so much other talent around them that kind of elevated them. But other than them, you start to look around, like when the Warriors was winning, Curry was the best player in the league. LeBron, same thing. When Kawhi won with Toronto, you can make the argument he was the best player in the league that year. When Giannis won, he was the best player in the league that year. Shit.
SGA last year.
SGA last year. And to me, the team that the Celtics played in the finals that they won, Luka was the best player in the NBA that year. Mm-hmm. They got him. So, you know, it's a star-driven league, man. That's all I want y'all to know. So sometimes all that team basketball shit go out the window. And speaking about that team basketball shit, I could go on a rant right here, right now. I could go on a rant, fam. This team, real life, I already went on the rant on the jam session. So if y'all want to see it, you can go watch it. But the Mavs, real life, bro, in a matter of a few months, went from the best team in the Western Conference, in the NBA Finals, to right now, today, they are number 15th in the West. They are the 15th team in the West right now. They have home losses to the Wizards and the Pelicans. They're dead last in the West. They went from the best team in the West to dead last because of one stupid-ass move. It don't even make sense, fam. And then, like, that's just surface level stuff. If you dive deeper, it gets way worse. This team is the worst offensive team in the NBA, and it's not even close. They're so fucking bad offensively. They're historically bad. Like, they're one of the worst teams offensively when you start to look at offensive efficiency numbers ever in NBA history. I wonder why, because you traded the best offensive player in NBA history for somebody made of glass who ain't done shit, who's only played 30% of his game since you acquired him. This shit is sickening, fam. I will never get over this, bro. I will never get over it. We were in the finals, and now they are dead last in the West. And what's sickening is a lot of people out there still genuinely believe this shit will turn around. That the Mavs are better than what they are. No, this team is hot fucking garbage. They have been since the day they traded Luka. Everybody keeps saying, give them time, let it come together. No, bro, no. No. The Lakers right now today they have the second best record in the NBA. And the Mavs are last, dead last. Have a better record than only one team in the league. And lost at home to two of the worst teams in the league.
And the Mavs play at the fourth fastest pace. They just can't score. They keep moving up and down the court. They can't put the ball in the hole.
Ass. Seems guard awful. But Memphis is just as fucking bad. Like, oh my God, all the internal drama going on there. Shit, John Morant probably likely gone before the deadline. Everybody trying to get it, I've been hearing a lot of trade talks. Betting on Memphis ain't fun either, man. This team got aired out last 2 Friday nights ago by the Miami Heat, lost by 40 at home on a Friday night in Memphis. That never happens. Then last Friday night, Luka came back and gave their ass 40. Luckily for Memphis tonight, Luka's no longer on the Mavs, and I like the Grizzlies in the bounce back spot tonight, man. I really do. I think they look better tonight. I think this is just a good spot for them to look good against a Mavericks team that is not playing good basketball whatsoever. Their best player on the floor tonight will be an 18-year-old still trying to figure out the league. They got D'Angelo Russell carrying the scoring load. Klay Thompson, I don't even know who the hell that is. Like,
it's Mr. Stallion.
Bro, he need to go be influencer because he ain't hooping no more.
He's in love, man.
So, man, it's nasty. Klay the Stallion.
I think I've seen more pictures of him with Megan Thee Stallion than him actually making threes.
No, for real. He has more. He has more pictures with Meg over the last. How long the NBA been back? 2.5 weeks. Yeah. He has more pictures with Meg over the last 2.5 weeks than buckets made.
Ass.
Man, this used to be my team, so I could talk dirty about it.
You know, this was, I told you before, this was my team. Like going back to the Dirk days, this was my team. And once they traded Luka, I said, I can't root for the Lakers, but I feel like I'm going to end up pulling for Luka anyway to just shove it up their rear ends. I hate Nico. I hate Nico with a passion. And I still think some underhanded BS went on. You wind up with the #1 pick after trading one of the biggest superstars in the league to LA. Yeah, something weird's going on.
Yeah. Hello. I digress. And I'm with you. I like the T-Wolves. I call them the house of disappointment, though, because whenever you get ready to trust them at home, they always lay an egg. So, but I think they blow out the Jazz. Coming off that ugly loss in the Garden, I think they take them on the woodshed. We'll see. Last two. Kings, Thunder, Warriors, Nuggets. Any thoughts?
So nothing with the Warriors and Nuggets. The only thing, I always love Jokic when he goes up against this Denver team. I mean, he just eats, but it doesn't, to me, that doesn't affect how I'm going to look at the spread here or anything. So I stayed away from it. The other game's kind of interesting with OKC. I know everybody's going to hammer the over here. I feel like this is an underplay. And I feel like the Thunder could end up pulling away in this game. And a lot of blowout games in the NBA end with unders, as it gets really ugly in the second half and teams stop caring. Every once in a while, you run into the backups just want to play, so they're getting out there and shooting. But I think the Thunder spot is a good underplay. I feel like I'm going to sound stupid saying Thunder under over and over again. But yeah, that's where I would lean.
Y'all know these two of my teams. I lay whatever with them. And that's what I'm doing here. Late night, woodshed action. Nuggets, it's a good spot for them. Revenge game because they lost to the Warriors the first time they met in Warrior Land. I believe that was their first game of the season. Cup game Friday night in Denver, Ball Arena, late window. Y'all know what happens here. Murders. And then you start to look at Golden State. Jimmy may not play. Steph Curry already out. So they don't have the offensive firepower to hang with Denver. We already know they damn sure don't got the defensive firepower. Like Jokic finna get whatever. Gordon finna get whatever. Gordon gave the Warriors 50 last time. I might think of looking at his overs. Draymond can only guard one of them. Horford may be too slow to guard with the other. So one of them, either Jokic or Gordon, going the fuck off tonight again. So I would look at them and I would lay it here with the Nuggets. And then you giving me the Thunder coming off a loss, bro. Okay. I'll lay 20. Then the Kings look good last game. Russell Westbrook had a decent game. Okay.
Perfect spot,
bro. 10.5, too. Everybody going to be like, 10.5. The Thunder not the same cover team they were last year. Bro, it's still a team that won 54 games by double digits last year, too. Pissed off coming off of a game they just let slip out of their hands. Kings are that bad, man. They're that bad. And all that guard wing play that they be doing, the Thunder should lock that shit up. And this game might be tough for a while.
How did the Kings draft Halliburton and Fox, man, and let both of them go? Like, you don't keep one of them?
Halliburton and Fox, and now your backcourt is Russell Westbrook, Zach LaVine, and DeMar DeRozan.
The cast-offs, man. This is like the team of misfit toys. And I like some of the guys on this team, but it's like, okay, you used to be a superstar and you're kind of fading off. Hey, why don't you go to Sacramento and play? Oh.
Yeah. So that's what I like tonight in the NBA. Should be a fun night. See what happens. Let me see. Anything else to talk about? I really don't feel like spending 30 minutes doing polls. So who's y'all's favorite plays this week in the NFL? And I'll just put them together and see who y'all's circle plays will be this week. Maybe this will be better. So we'll spend the next 5-10 minutes talking some NFL action. Just spam me in the comments who you'd like this week in the NFL, and we'll put them together.
You want me to go down it? I mean, I don't mind talking about.
But yeah, me and you, we could talk a couple games here. Let me see. I've been so flooded with NBA this week. I really ain't even started my NFL prep.
Well, there's kind of a couple things to point out. I talked about the 3 totals that I think are shootouts, and that's the 49ers game, the Germany game with the Colts and Falcons, and the Buffalo Bills and the Dolphins. I think all of those have like unbelievable shootout potential. And the weird thing about this week is when you're looking at it, I think we talked about it after the 49ers beat the Rams on that Thursday night, right? Like Kyle Shanahan is McVay's daddy for whatever reason. Go look at the numbers. It doesn't matter if the 49ers are good. It doesn't matter if the Rams are good. Whoever has who, what players are out. The 49ers always play them tough. And I think they're not going to have an issue scoring in this game because the Rams do give up big plays. The way to beat them is outside throwing the football. And I think we might see that with the 49ers a bit. But I think that looks very interesting. And then you get that night game with Pittsburgh and the Chargers. Go Chargers.
Take the Chargers.
I think I was doing that all last week. Take the Chargers.
Man, I'm still in them Steelers, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Are you?
I am.
I think they're.
I don't know why everybody think that. Everybody think that, and I don't know why. They got everything you want. They got a Hall of Fame quarterback playing well or decent. They got a Hall of Fame head coach coaching well, coaching decent. They got a defense who is playing like ass. But last week against the best offense in football, one of the best offenses in football, was encouraging. That pressure was starting to get there again. TJ Watt showed his
spot play, man. You know that was a spot play.
It was, but I'm still on that Steelers bandwagon, man.
I like the Chargers. I like the Chargers a lot this week. It's, when I was looking at the NFL slate too, I always tell people, be careful what you're looking at and thinking whatever happened the previous week is what's going to happen this week. And I feel like in the NFL, gamblers do that more than anything. Like, oh my God, don't forget. I mean, the Steelers beat the Patriots early this year. Aaron Rodgers threw for about $130. So I don't know that they actually played well, but they did win that game. And their one loss on the road was in a divisional game on a Thursday night. So to your credit, if you want to look at them and think they're good, maybe those are some things you hang your hat on. I've watched the Steelers my entire time being in radio in Baltimore, and there is something amiss with this defense, and I can't figure out what's going on. They give up big play. It's weird watching the Ravens and Steelers doing the same damn thing and seeing if either one of them can fix it. And now they're both hoping to get to 10-7 and win this division.
Looking at the card, this is a weird week for me. I usually like to go against the grain, but this may be a week where I just trust my eyes. I think we are kind of to that point of the season where I want to trust my eyes. And let me just explain a couple of games where I mean that. Like Carolina Saints, oh my God, laying 5.5 of Carolina division game coming off that huge win. You would think fade Carolina, but again, I kind of don't trust my eyes. The Saints are a bad football team, and the Panthers be balling at home, look good last week. I don't trust my eyes. I like the Panthers in that one. Lions, Commanders. You got the Lions record coming off of a loss. What are they, like 13-0 under Dan Campbell? So that's going to be the most public play on the entire board, and public plays have been getting blasted all season long. Do the Lions come through? They've been coming through for the last couple of years, man. So then that Eagles-Packers. Eagles are undefeated coming off a bye under Nick Sirianni. You got the Packers coming off that ugly loss. I don't think the Packers are that fucking good. I've been saying that all season long. They're the most overrated team in the NFL. I think I want to trust my eyes and take the better team, the Eagles. So
I can't argue that. I mean, the fact that they play so many teams close that aren't good, and anytime you're playing close games or if you play down to the level of your opponent, you're just playing with fire. That's when you get caught in a game that you have no business losing, like the Packers did to the Browns, like the Packers did. And what day was it, the tie with your Cowboys? Is that the game they tied? Yeah.
Lost last week to the Panthers at home.
Yeah. I mean, they just have some ugly losses, so they're Jekyll and Hyde. They're just a tough team to figure out. But I do like them this week.
What you think about your Ravens this week?
Ravens win, Vikings cover. I love Justin Jefferson to go over his receiving yards. The Ravens. So with the Ravens, they're going to be better on defense because they're stopping the run now. And not stopping it like they used to, like coming in and nobody's getting 80 to 100 yards today. It's just not happening. Better at forcing teams to third down and long instead of third and short, where teams were going, hell, this team can't stop anybody. If we don't get it on third down, we're going to go on fourth, and then they're just going to get it. I do think the Ravens are better, and the Ravens have the mini bye week as well with the 10 days. Same thing with the Dolphins. They played last Thursday. Lamar getting healthy. So, yeah, there's a lot to like about the Ravens. I think J.J. McCarthy is the wild card in the Ravens' pass defense. So if he can be serviceable, I think they stay in the game. I wouldn't be shocked if they won that game, but I would pick the Ravens to win, Vikings to cover.
Pretty much, we got the same thoughts there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for anybody,
I think y'all are overrated, overvalued. I think everybody will be in love with y'all because y'all are the Ravens, and they're still hoping y'all make the playoffs, win the Super Bowl, all that shit. I don't think y'all are a bad team. I just think y'all just,
Well, they buried themselves.
Yeah, so it's like now to climb out of it. But at home, I mean, in Minnesota is not an easy place to go and play. So.
And if you want to look at something else, you remember when Lamar struggled, that Miami Dolphins game on a Thursday night when the Ravens got their ass whipped? That was a Brian Flores defense that went cover zero and blitzed him nonstop. Now, the Ravens have gotten better against cover zero because of that night, because every other team coming in is like, guess what we're running against Lamar? Cover zero. And then when he started to figure it out, they backed off a little bit. But I don't think anybody does it better than Brian Flores on that side of the ball of trying to get to the quarterback. So that's why I think it's close.
Fair enough. All right. What you got going on today, or what you selling over at PickDawgz Premium, my man?
Yeah, I put up almost all of my college plays. I'm still handicapping some stuff for Saturday. I have most of my NFL plays, including my best bet. And I got a bunch of, as I talked about, totals that I like this weekend. There's some really big college basketball plays that I'm still waiting for some line movement and see where everything's going to go to post over the weekend. But yeah, a lot of plays up. I keep telling everybody the best thing to do is that 3-day pass, at least in my opinion. You get all the football games and all the ancillary stuff to go along with it. And I post on pretty much every sport that we have out there, at least of the majors and the college games. So looking forward to this weekend. As I said, I really like this NFL slate. I like the college slate. There's like 2 or 3 games that kind of I think are going to be great. But if you're on there today, I got a triple play in college football. I got a triple play in hoops, where it's my favorite college basketball game and my 2 favorite NBA games.
Hop on with Jeremy, man. Continue to kick the crap out of the books, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to have a decent card today. As of right now, I only have 1 play up for sale. It's my NBA play of the night. I really like it. I really do. I got a pretty penny on it. We'll see what happens. So you can scoop that play up. I'll probably have 4 or 5 in the NBA tonight. I like tonight's card. I'm probably going to attack it. It's been a good week. No need to be chicken. Y'all know who I am. I'm Kevin Durant. So, yeah, best thing to do, hop on a 3-day pass, though. Get everything I got for the weekend. College football, NFL, NBA, maybe some college basketball. Maybe not. Probably not. Not yet. Soon. So pair me up with Jeremy or anybody else on the site, man. Let's make it a profitable weekend. Money making weekend, man. It's parlay time. Parlay. What you got for me, Jeremy?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. I just threw this together. Same game parlay. I told you I like that Heat Hornets over. I think it's going to be very fast paced. I'm looking at an over in that game. Andrew Wiggins, points, rebounds, and assists, because he's going to have to be active. And I think he's going to get more rebounds and help out here in the scoring game with Bam being out. And then I also liked why did I put blank on it? I lost it. It was, as you and I talked about Miles Bridges, I like him to go over his points and rebounds tonight as well. 3-team parlay pays out 6-1.
Minnesota, Detroit, Minnesota, Detroit, Timberwolves, Pistons. Let's find some college hoops that I like. What was it? Where is it? Texas Tech. That's what it was. Texas Tech. 3-teamer. I'm going to call it the Woodshed Parlay. Texas Tech to win by 30. Minnesota to win by double digits. And the Pistons to win by double digits. We'll see what happens. Any final words we got here for the day, Jeremy?
No, I think, like I said, this weekend's interesting. We're learning more about these teams. And as we talked about before, being careful with college basketball and not trying to cannonball into the pool and bet everything. But yeah, the feeling out process is going on. So I would just say be careful with it. And we got some interesting games this week of matchups where there's some big point spreads. I usually stay away from some of them. There are a couple that I really like.
Okay. Appreciate y'all. Make it a winning day. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Check out the Lowdown with Jeremy on the daily. Check out Jay's jam session. And yeah, see you tomorrow.
And now you get to stop doing this and go back to work.
Peace.